Hi there, I'm Naomi Nigor and I'm the founder and creator of FAB Freedom, which stands for Food and Body Freedom. And I support and guide women out of challenging relationships with food and into a life of thriving and creative goodness. It's my passion to do so, and the reason is that I myself found myself in a place of challenge and chaos when it came to food, and over time transitioned into a place of freedom, joy, health and balance. So I know it's possible, even if we've been struggling for many years, as I had. So today in this video, I'm going to share a little bit about the learning and growth process of making these changes, because so often what I found with the women that I work with and with myself is that I struggle with learning the way I struggle with food. So where with food I would either eat too much or not enough. So I could learn too much, or I could overwhelm myself with too much information and then go into a place of overwhelm and not wanting to get things wrong, sort of coming from a place of perfectionism. I would limit my learning, so I would stop learning altogether. So what I've really found is that we can find that sweet spot, that middle way, both with our food and in our eating lives, and with the way that we learn. And we can practice this with the way that we actually learn how to be free around food. That's the delicious thing that I found. We can find a middle way where we're not stuck or stunted by our perfectionism. We're realizing that at first the learning process can be very much a case of getting messy, like painting a picture with broad brush strokes or sketching in a really messy way, knowing that we can come back later and put in some more detail and consolidate things that were a challenge for us the first time. And the reason that I know this is because I actually dropped my phone, the video just then, and to prove what I'm talking about, I'm going to carry on recording, because that's the messiness of life. It doesn't matter. We can make mistakes, like this camera can wobble right now because I'm holding it with my hand, and that can be okay. Like, that can be totally okay. I can still send this video out and know that, you know what, I'm not perfect, and that's okay. And we can do the same with our learning. We can do the same with our learning process when it comes to how to be free with food and anything that we want to learn in our lives. So I discovered for myself, as I was recovering around my food and body image issues, that I didn't need to get every exercise perfect. I could just have a taste and I could feel into what that was like, and then I could move on. I could let the process flow on. And that's because it's not a linear process. The process of growth and change when it comes to freedom with food doesn't go from A to B to C to D and all the way to Z. It actually goes in a beautiful spiral where we can be kind of quite broad and wide at the beginning, quite messy, just kind of getting a sense, a taste, growing in awareness that little bit. And then we can move on. We can keep the process flowing. And in time, the spiral becomes a little bit more subtle, and we can consolidate what we perhaps didn't get or weren't ready for the first time round. And that's all absolutely fine. So I'm really grateful that you've joined me in this video, and I trust that you have that keen awareness within yourself about your own middle way when it comes to your relationship with food, your body, and your relationship with learning and learning how to be free. So I invite you to connect with me, find out more if you're interested, by clicking on the link below, discovering a bit more about some of the first steps of freedom by downloading the free guide, even connecting with me for a one-to-one if you're interested in finding out what the process of the path of freedom might mean for you. So feeling confident that we'll meet sometime. My name's Naomi Nigor. I'm delighted that you've watched all the way to the end of this very imperfect video, and I'll see you soon.